Hey, welcome back. It's lesson 7 today. As you can see, we're having a snowy day here in New England, and there's nothing better than playing the piano inside on a snowy day. So I'm glad you're here with me to do this lesson and hope it's good one today. We're gonna go ahead and start on page 54 today, and we actually get to play one of my favorite tunes. This is the New World Symphony theme. This is a very famous tune and it's played all over the world. And what we're talking about today is melody and harmony. Okay, so melody is the tune and harmony are the notes played with the melody to give a rich, fuller sound. So the melody is like the singing voice, right? So here on our piece, our right hand is our melody, and we're gonna really try to sing that out. And the left hand just plays to give it a fuller sound. Now, if you'll notice here, we started out pretty quiet, okay? And we have some slurs where you do your lifts, and we kind of lift off and have our rests. But the bottom is actually tied all the way across. So you play your bottom the one time and you just hold it all the way across. And then coming down here, you have a little bit of a pedal section. So you pedal down, then lift up here, and then you're gonna keep playing through here. And then we have a word fine right here. So just remember that's right there. So we're gonna continue to play. We're gonna play the first page, and then the second page, our melody is in our left hand, okay? And as you come here, it says DC all fine, okay? That means you're gonna go back to the beginning, and you're going to play up until you hit the fine or the finish, okay? So this is what it stands for, so you can read about that a little bit. So these are just the abbreviations. DC means return to the beginning and play to fine, okay? That's pretty much all you need to know. This is a moderately flowing song, so not too fast. I'm going to give you an example of how to play it, and then you can find the duet part on the website next to lesson 7. Okay, so here we are. We're going to have our 3-finger on E, and then our left hand on our right hand, and our left hand we've got C and G. So this is almost our C chord that we started working with last time, right? It's just missing the middle finger. So we're going to go ahead and count off. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, so there was one thing in there that I forgot to mention, which was your left hand is actually going to change positions up here. So I hope you noticed that. You're going to pop up to your 3-finger on A and play through here, and then go back to here and back down to the C and the G, okay? All right, so get that one practiced up, and the duet is really pretty, so you can find how to, you can get good at it and do the duet, and it'll be fun. Okay, so we kind of started this last week playing a chord, okay? So we started with the C chord progression, which if you remember, we did C, and then what's called a fourth, a first, a seventh, 5, 7, and back to C, okay? So this is a little bit of a review for you if you did last week's lesson. So, but it is good to know exactly what everything means. So the word chord is derived from the Old French word accord, meaning to agree. 3 or more tones played together form a chord. The C chord is made of 3 tones built in thirds above C. A 3-note chord built in thirds is also called a triad. Okay, so between C and E is a third, and between E and G is a third. Okay, so if you remember our intervals, first, second, third. Okay, so here's a third, and then here's a third. Okay. All right, C chord warm-up. On the closed keyboard cover, silently play C chord warm-up. Okay, on the piano, find the bass C chord shown on the keyboard to the right. Practice C chord warm-up with your left hand until it is secure. So it's saying you first do it on your, just on your cover or on your lap or something, okay? You're just gonna play the 2 together. So C and G, E, dun, 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 right? Dun, dun, dun. And then all together, dun, dun, dun. Okay, and then you can open up back up, and then you're gonna play it, you're gonna find the C below middle C. So here's middle C, and we're down here an octave lower. So then you're gonna go ahead and play your C chord warm up. And then there's a repeat sign, so you'll do that as many times as you need to. Then notice on the bass staff, the top 3 spaces spell the bass chord. Okay, C, E, G. All right, bottom to top, C, E, G, C, E, G. Okay. Though these bass notes will be introduced formally on page 62, you may now use left-hand C chords with many of your early pieces. Okay, so they're just telling you, you haven't exactly learned these notes in the book yet. We've kind of talked about it from All Cows Eat Grass, if you remember that, All Cows Eat Grass. But you're going to be using these chords now. They're a real base to a lot of piano pieces. So here in Jingle Bells, we're going to start using it. So we've got just the C and G here, but then you've got your chords here. So this is a very bright song, and it didn't have a duet, so I kind of just made up one, like a boogie sounding duet for Jingle Bells. But here it tells you can do a little warm up just to practice. If you want to, it's just 2 measures, but we're going to just go ahead and dive into Jingle Bells. Such a familiar tune. They've done a few things where you have a pedal here. You're going to go an octave higher at the end. So you'll play the regular and then an octave higher. It's all pretty loud, moderately loud, loud, moderately loud. And you have some accents in here. Da-dun, da-dun. Okay, so just watch those. And it should go pretty well. So I'm going to give you an example of this one. Again, we have 4/4 timing. So our 3 finger is going to start on E on the right hand, and the same position, C and G on the left, as the last song. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Your turn to practice that. And sorry that my camera didn't catch all of that at the end, but hopefully you'll be able to do it by just what it sounds like. This lesson, we're not actually covering a lot of new material, so the next song, it will teach you just a little bit, half and whole rests. So a half rest is the 2 beats of silence. A whole rest is 4 beats of silence. Now, the easy way to remember this is this looks like a hat. Okay, so hat and half kind of sound the same. So half rest is the one that looks like a hat. A whole rest, if you can imagine a guy walking across the line, ding, 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 he'd fall into the hole. Okay, so the whole rest is the one that, if you were walking across the top, looks like a hole. So that's kind of an easy way to remember that. So here it's saying you're going to tap this rhythm below. So your right hand is going to have a half rest. So 2 counts, it's not going to be playing, right? This whole note is going to be tied. So your left hand, you're counting all the way through to the 8ths. And then your left hand will have a half rest. Your right hand will have a half rest. And then both will have a whole rest, and then together, okay, they're gonna play together. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my keys. I'm gonna put my thumb on C and my thumb on E just because they sound good together. And go ahead and do this little warm-up thingy. Sorry. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's that example. We're gonna just dive right into this next song called Royal Procession. And so it says, identify each rest in measures 1 through 8 as a half rest or a whole rest. So they want you to go ahead and look through here and find all your half rests and all your whole rests. Which, honestly, I don't, oh, there's one whole rest, sorry. I don't see any. There you go. This song, you're again gonna have a bunch of ties in the bottom. You've got some pedaling, ties in the bottom. You have some accents here on these two, and chords in your left and your right hand. And over here, it's split up a little bit. But again, you're gonna just play this note once and hold it the whole time. So play it and hold it. You've got lots of ties through this song, and your melody that will just kind of ring out above that. So the dynamics, it's pretty loud. You're supposed to play this majestically. So I'm gonna give you an example of this. Okay, so this song is 4/4 timing again. Same hand position, 5-finger on C on the left, thumb on C on the right. I'm gonna play it a little bit quicker. You can play it as slow as you want. I'll just give you this example. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good luck with that one. So, as for our book, that is, nope. Hold on, one more thing. Sorry, we're not done with the book yet. I thought we were gonna be, but nope. All right, so this is the last assignment on this in the book for this week, or this lesson. You're gonna go ahead and do a study in broken thirds. So really this is just what you've been doing. These are chords that are broken up. So you're gonna go C, E, G, E, C, da, 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 da. Then move up to D, and move up to E, and it says continue all the way up to the next C. okay? And then same with your left hand. Moving down the keyboard. Then you're gonna continue that all the way down to the C, okay? Then rhythm study. This is a little bit different. You're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. So it's gonna look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, rest. 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, rest. And then you're gonna continue up to the next C again. Hold, 2, 3, okay? And then the bottom is gonna do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. And continue down to the C. Okay, and then this part you get to do on your own. You're gonna fill in your thirds. Fill in your notes down here, and you get to draw in your notes where they're supposed to be on those. So, and here you're gonna write your rhythm, which you can do on your own. And then the last thing here, I'm going to play example A or B, and you're gonna circle the musical example that you hear. So I'm gonna play one of these first, and then one of those, and then one of those, and you get to circle which one. And really, I'm just gonna tell you which one I played right after. So I'll let you guess for a second, and then I'm just gonna tell you. All right, here we go. So here's the first one. Okay, I'll play it one more time. Okay, all right, that was the bottom one, B. Okay, here's the next example. Okay, I'm gonna play it one more time. Okay, that was A to A. All right, and then the last one. Just kidding, I'm gonna start that over. Okay, one more time. All right, and that also was 3A, okay? All right, so for your extra work today, we're gonna do C scale, both hands parallel 4 octaves. So what that's gonna look like here, we're gonna have both of our fingers starting on C's. Now for you, on your piano, you're probably gonna wanna start an octave below middle C. So move your hands down an octave. I'm just gonna stay here though so that you can see on my camera what I'm doing. So I'm gonna start together, and I'm gonna do my fingering as I'm walking up. Does that make sense? So going up, my right is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and my left is going to be the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. So the tricky part is getting that together and figuring out when your fingers have to go under and over. So my left is going to go all the way up, my right is going to go under after 3, then over with the 3, under with the thumb, over with the 4, now the trick is, you can know that you're doing it correctly if your thumb lands on the C as you're going up each octave. Your thumb should land back on the C as you're going up and as you're coming down. So this is a little tricky. You might want to start with just 2 octaves, practice 2 octaves up and down. The reason we're gonna do 4 octaves though is we're eventually gonna get to the point where you're gonna do it with a beat. So every 4 you're gonna accent 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well that's horrible. And if you do 4 octaves, your beat will be right on. It will end right on the last one. So that is your assignment for your C scale this week. Ear training wise, last week we did C chord progression, and we're gonna take it to another level. So this week what we're gonna do is we are going to just use our ear to play Mary Had a Little Lamb with our chords, okay? And I'm gonna show you what to do. So first of all, we need to know the tune of Mary Had a Little Lamb, our melody. So with your right hand, figure out the melody. I'm only gonna play it just once for you because I want you to figure it out. Okay, so that's the melody, right? The bottom hand, we're gonna go ahead and add in, we're going to use our chord progression. Play this and keep my chord the same. Does that sound good? It doesn't, so you know you need to switch somehow. So I could try a 4th or a 7th, okay? I like the 7th, but if I were to play this still, you know you can hear when you need to change. Use my 1st and 5/7 here for this song, but if you want to use kind of its preference, okay? So your job is to figure out how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb using your 1st and 7th chords, or you can throw that 4th in there too, okay? All right, if you have any questions, feel free to comment on my website, and hopefully this goes well. You have 3 songs to work on in your book and a little bit of theory, and then scale and ear training. So good luck this week.